I know one thing you've talked about before is about the importance of a partnership between a visionary and an integrator. Can you explain
Yes.
what that means and what that idea is?
Sure. So a lot of times, certain leaders are very good at a high level. Like they've just got vision. Like they see, I want to grow this company to be, $1 billion company, and I want this many deals under management, and this is how we're going to build the right team to get us there. And they're very, very high level and have a lot of great ideas. You've got other people who are better at implementation. So they're like, I can take a vision and I can go, okay, this is how we're going to now set up the company, hire the right people, and actually take the vision and put teeth to it and implement it and make sure that it happens. And so one is more of a visionary, and the other one's the integrator. And so it's rare that you find leaders who do both really, really well, because visionaries are always thinking about the next thing and the best way, but they just can't sometimes can't stand to get into the weeds and in the details or stay on task. And other people are like, not as creative. They just don't have that like vision for the future, but they're really good at execution and implementation. So it's really great when you can find the two, that love to stay in their lane and they're passionate about it and good at it. When they come together, then that's when you see, strong successes, in an integrator who's well aligned with the visionary, and both on the same page as to where they want to take things.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can definitely relate to that too. I think that's kind of how kind of describes myself and my wife. Like we're business partners too, and like I'm the ideas person. Like I have all these ideas one after another, but then following through on them is a weak point for me. I want to move on to the next big idea, and then
Yeah,
but like nothing ever, you don't ever get anything done if you don't have somebody that's overseeing, making sure all these things actually get done in the real world, not just in
right,
your head. So
right.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Yes.
most big companies and great companies have people that are in either of those two functions.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see how both are important. Yeah, like there's the creative aspect of big picture, and then there's the getting things done. That's both both equally important, but
For
different roles.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
in the beginning, you kind of have to be both, when you start out doing things on a smaller scale. But once you, reach out to where you're growing and you bring in partners, then it's really good to, as early on as you can, try to find that person that complements you.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So, okay, well, good. That's, yeah, it's interesting stuff how these personalities fit together, and it's important to pay attention to that though, because if you're both an ideas person, then nothing's really going to get done. So
Right.
once the
Exactly.
motivation wears off, the initial excitement of it, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.